So you just got a new dog and you don't want to name it Wrigley because everybody has a dog named Wrigley. Or maybe you got a new snake and you don't want to name it Fettuccine because everybody has a fettuccine out there. Well, there is thousands of pretty unique names that you can use to name your new pet. I'm going to tell you how I name my animals, and it'll help you maybe get some insight or some ideas to name your animals as well. I'm Sam with Soda Exotics. Stay tuned. Now to get started, just please know I am not trying to bash anybody on what they name their animals. You can name your animal whatever the heck you want. It does not matter to me. I just have a different way of naming my animals, and a lot of people just seem to have trouble. And if you don't want to stick with the Wrigley for a dog or fettuccine for a snake, then you have an unlimited supply of names that you can use. So how do I name my animal? Well, for many years, I have always been a bartender. And when it comes to bartending, you have thousands of different drinks. You have thousands of different brands of liquors, alcohols, liqueurs, beer, wine. So I tend to infuse those names of those different brands and everything into what I name my animals. So what you can do is either go online or look up a YouTube video about all the different types of drinks, because there is thousands of drinks out there. You'd be surprised how much actually goes into mixology. There is so much to learn, and it's so interesting how you can do different things with other materials and what you can create with that. In that sense, let's say you are of age and you go into a bar, just take a picture of their different drinks that they have on the menu or all the alcohols that they have on display, because you can get some good names from there. So I'm gonna go through a little process of what I do to name my animals. So we'll start off with my pancake tortoises. This is my pancake tortoise Frangelico, and this is Godiva. So these two tortoises are called pancake tortoises, hence because they are flat. And when I think of pancakes, I think of sweet. So what I did is I used some sweet liqueurs. So for that, I used the liqueur Frangelico and I used the liqueur Godiva. They are both kind of alcohols that are used in sweeter types of drinks, like chocolate martinis or some things mixed with coffee and stuff like that. So I only thought it made sense if you're thinking of a breakfast, then to use something sweet to name your animals. So that's why I got the names for them. Bringing on to the next animal, we have Caipirinha. So the Caipirinha, I believe, is the drink of Brazil, if I'm correct. Regardless, it is a Brazilian type drink. It uses casaca, I think it's pronounced, and that is made in Brazil. It comes from fermented sugar cane, if I believe I'm correct. Not 100% sure on that, but regardless, the Brazilian cherry head tortoise. So I named her Caipirinha because that is the same thing that goes with the drink. The Brazilian cherry head and a Brazilian drink. So I just used that, and I did a little bit of looking into it. So knowing that, that's how I easily got a name for her. Next, we have my golden Greek tortoise. So you're probably asking, like, what could you possibly, what's a drink that looks like gold? Well, there's actually an alcohol out there called Goldschlager. And for those of you who have been to college, you've probably had a lot of bad times with it, as I have. But that's what I decided to name her. She is a golden Greek tortoise, so I named her Goldschlager. Very simple. So what I'm trying to say is there is tons of names out there. There's so many different types of drinks. Each different drink has variations and different products that go into it. You can do mimosas, you can do bellinis, you can do martinis, rocks, any types of alcohols, the names of brands of alcohol. And it's a funny way to do it, but like, so I try to name it based off of things that they're either from, so like they can be from a certain area, that's why I named it off there, based on their colors, how they look, based on kind of personality, because certain alcohols give people a different personality. Regardless the reason, you don't have to do it exactly like that, but just look into some different types of drinks there are and some brands of stuff, and you can easily figure out a name from there. For example, you have Tanqueray, Chambord, Tuaca, Palma, Aperol, Campari, the magnificent Clase Azul tequila. Okay, I digress. So what I'm just trying to say is, when it comes to alcohol, out of all things, there is plenty of different names. It's kind of like what there is with food, but I feel like a lot of food names kind of go into animals. So I try to switch it up and use a little bit something that could be different, because there's food from all over the world, but there's also alcohols and culture and all that come from all over the world as well. So what's some unique pet names that you might have for some of your animals? Comment those below. As always, like and subscribe, and we will see you next week.